Prior to recruits showing up, they're given a sheet that has basically a minimum standard for where they should be for a run, which is a 1.5 mile run, the push-ups and the sit-ups. So with that minimum number in mind, they shouldn't strive for that. They should strive to surpass that.
I would say that I came in a little underprepared. You expect it to be one thing, and then you get in here and it's much more intense than I initially expected. Definitely showed me where my limits were and showed me how to push past those. I think one of the things that I definitely would have done is I would have done more exercises outside, begin to condition myself in cold and in heat, and just get used to that temperature, get comfortable working out in that kind of environment. Another thing that would have been immensely helpful is just watching your water intake, understanding that it's important to really hydrate yourself and really watch what you eat. Because if you want to succeed here, you have to learn how to eat healthy as well.
You have to do a good variety of things because we don't just run, we don't just do push-ups, we don't just use the gym equipment we have behind us. We do a lot of different things. So your best bet is to do take a well-rounded approach. So with that, run a couple miles, stop and do a bunch of push-ups, do some sit-ups, do some flutter kicks, do some lunges, some squats, run some more as like a day one exercise, and then spend some time in the gym getting used to the weights, because that's the best way to get yourself physically prepared.
Funny thing is, on day one, I was actually ready to give up. I was very frustrated. I knew I was underprepared. And as much as I wanted to do this, I just felt like this was it. And it was the support of the people around me. It was people that stopped me and said, hey, you need to think about this first. Just reminded me that it doesn't matter what you've done to this point. If you're ready to improve and you're ready to get better, then do it.
It's a long process, 35 weeks, that's close to 9 months. That's a very long time to be sitting in an academy setting. Yes, we mix it up. You do have classroom, you do have PT, you do have off-site things where we go to the range for a week. We do defensive tactics down here in the gym, so there's a lot of breaking it up.
And it's very daunting at first. Day 2 hits, and that's when the reality sets in, that you're gonna have 35 weeks of this day in and day out. Mentally, I already came from a similar experience, and so I was a little more prepared. I understood what I was getting into to a certain extent.
It's a lot of stress inoculation, and the goal of that is basically to place them into a stressful state in their body, which our body goes through a lot of physiological and physical changes when we're placed under stress, but then to show them that they can work through that stress and not to basically collapse, give up, I quit, I can't do this.
This is a mental game. It is tough. It's meant to be tough, but it's also meant to show you that you can do these things. It's meant to give you that confidence that you need.
We come into contact with citizens on their worst days possible, the death of a family member, a shooting situation. And if we fall apart, like while they're falling apart, we're no good to them. We can't perform our duties as police officers. So we show them on day one that they can push through stressful situations and still be effective police officers.
There are days where you're mentally going to be drained and you're going to be exhausted and people are going to be yelling and screaming at you. It's the same way when you work on the road. There are days where you get to that 9th, 10th hour and you're done. You're exhausted mentally, you're exhausted physically, and you're gonna find that person that's yelling at you. But you have to dig deep within yourself and respond appropriately.
We give them 8 months of training to get themselves prepared for the road, but if they come to the academy on day one well beyond the minimum standard that we set for them, they'll be in a much better spot.